Namaste, everyone, and very warm welcome. Thank you for having me here. And since we know that Arana already shared that we are going with the topic of the pain, basically. So, uh, first, we will just know what is acute and chronic. Okay, acute is something which has just started, and it's not something that one day, 2 day. If it's 3 months, 5 months, also, that's still in the acute phase. But once it crosses that time after 6 months, and the pain is coming and going and coming and going, triggers you again and again, that comes in the chronic stage. So, uh, generally, in the acute stage, we are suggested to rest so that it settles down a bit, practice a bit, and take it down slowly. But in the chronic pain, generally, practice is very important, what I would say. Because if we are avoiding that, that's gonna trigger again and again. So by chronic, we means something, any pain. It can be neck, it can be your shoulder, it can be your any area of the spine or any joint, any muscle. But once it is still existing in the body, even after 6 months of any incident you had. I'm not talking about the like when the tendon ligament tear or tendon tear, it definitely takes a longer time to heal. I'm just talking about the general pain aches in the body. It can be due to uh, degeneration is the very first cause, because when the body ages, it crosses 40 years, definitely your joints, your muscles, they start to become stiff, and the degeneration starts to come in the body, which is very common. And another reasons for having the pain in the body, very first is your posture. Okay, it it might be very easy to say that you're not standing right or not sitting right, but when you do it for a longer time, the body takes it. Like, the body takes the load on one side. When we are standing just with the hip bent to other side, and if you're continuously doing it for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, you will end up with a scoliosis. If you're sitting with a hunched back for 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, year, 2 years, kyphosis will come. Your shoulders will start drooping, your chest will start falling, and you will have poor breathing. You will have pain in the upper back, then we say. So, posture is the very, very important thing that we should take care of. And we know that as the we say, as the generation is progressing, we are very much goal oriented. We really want to work hard. We spend hours working because we want to grow ourselves. And especially uh, like people of my age, like 30s, 40s, all of them, we are very much work oriented. Okay, we want to work as much as we can, we want to apply full energy. What happens, we are sitting for long hours. It happens with all the IT people. Like, I've met hundreds and thousands of people, they have the same thing. And very common reason, I'm sitting for long hours, I'm started having a back pain, neck pain, shoulder pain, and standing for hours. So changing the posture is really important. So posture, your lifestyle that you're following, how you're balancing it. So I'm really talking about very common reasons, because it is happening with all of us, so that we all can relate. So the posture is one thing, because whatever is coming, if you're sitting long, posture is taking the load. If you're standing long, posture is taking the load. Okay, one area of body is only utilized. If you're only using your hands, you will end up with the arm pain, elbow pain, tendinitis, and any uh, change or any long duration of one particular position, definitely, or overuse of any muscle, any area of the body, will weaken it, and gradually it's gonna decrease the prana and the energy around that area. So that is the one reason. And another reason of the pain can definitely be you had a fall, had a fracture, accidents. Like as I told that I just last year fell from the stairs and I wasn't aware that it's because I got to know 5 months later that something is there because I didn't realize that. So in some cases, well, mostly it's like in the back cases, the spine cases, you will not get to know instantly, but the months after, days after, you will get to realize that yes, it is there. And then you need to really be careful what you are doing, how you are doing, and you have to mold everything according to the need, because in the end we all want to be like this, like disease free. We want to achieve that health. Okay, so uh, I'm just talking about the pain right now, only musculoskeletal, not talking about the migraine and other thing. Yeah, no
Hmm.
need to be sorry, I'm okay now. I'm still understanding, and it has been a wonderful learning for me, trust me, because I really get to realize how people feel when they are saying I'm not able to sit. Okay, when they are saying I'm not able to walk properly. So that really gave me a wonderful learning that how we can really manage with the practice, with the rest, and with the other things to take care of. Now another reason of the pain which is being very very common nowadays is nutritional deficiency. Okay, and mostly it will be vitamin D, B12, and have seen a lot of cases. Okay, they have started having back pain, knee pain, not even they're able to walk. I have a very close friend of mine. She's just my age and she can't just climb up the stairs properly just because of nutritional deficiency. She did not have any injury. She did not had any fall. Just vitamin D was too low and B12 was too low. Then the body starts having the pain. So this is also a very common reason, nutritional deficiency, which is being nowadays. Okay, currently I can recall these very common causes of the pain aches in the body. Now, if you take care of them in the initial time, okay, then you can definitely handle it. Like, for example, most of the time we are so careless. Okay, oh, it's okay if it's happening, it is fine. Okay, I'll handle. It's not that much I can handle. So, that thing definitely comes in our mind. Then it keeps growing, 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 and we neglect it. The time at the initial time when we are neglecting the pain, that is the time we should be taking care of it, because it can cure from that stage. But once it has passed 6 months, 7 months, it takes a bit longer time to work upon it, and you have to be really cautious. So any questions, anyone? So far no questions?
Sounds good.
All
So,
right.
Sakshi, I
Yeah.
have a question. So,
Hmm.
when you say that, posture, posture is an important aspect. We all know, of course, that, we kind of don't take care of it or whatever. But uh, how does or when does one realize? Because I also got to know that scoliosis, people might feel that, okay, spine is bent, that's fine. But over a period of time, scoliosis also leads to a very it may lead to a sort of bad quality of life in your later years, because the whole body is tilting towards one side. It may not be too visible, but your organs are getting compressed, your overall the physiological aspects are also getting um, impacted. So how does one even realize, like, that this is happening to me? That
That
when
is,
yeah.
yeah. So I think the best answer to this question is this is yoga all about. So yoga is all about building the awareness. So When we are practicing asanas, pranayama, we get to realize, not in a day, not in a 2 day, but we will get to know where the body is going, where I am over flexible, where I am under flexible, where I'm lacking strength, where I'm lacking stamina. So I think that then we are building the awareness, because it's just all because of the lack of awareness.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
don't you feel that it's only because of the lack of awareness we are not standing correctly, because we don't know, or even if we are know, we are not aware that my body is not being upright in the correct position. So building the awareness through the yoga practice, because when you are mindfully moving, I'm not talking about moving, it's about mindfully doing everything. That's the very main difference between any other practice you do and the yoga practice you do. So you're being present there. You know how much I'm able to do. You know what I'm doing, how I'm doing. So I think that yoga really helps with that. And with the personal experience as well. Even I can remember around 10 to 12 years back. Now I'm realizing I used to sit with a hunched back, and I did not realize it earlier that time. But only
Mm.
when I started doing the asanas, I used to get this, because you feel that correct spine, na? And when it's not going right, then you will get to know. So yeah,
Great. Thank you.
thank you. Any further questions, anyone? I would go further. Okay, so we have another topic, migraine as well. Uh, so migraine, I would not only take migraine as a topic. Actually, headache is of five types, if you know. Okay, there are five kinds of headache, and migraine is one of them. It's very common. That's why it's like very commonly heard. It can be due to stress. It can be due vascular contractions. It can be due to any emotional trauma as well. So any injury. So there are types of headache, and the muscles and nerves around the region are taking the load. So one of the common reason, we know stress is the very common reason of the headaches that we experience, and migraine is the one which is unpredictable, and many people will show different symptoms, like symptoms as in they are feeling the headache. Some of them are feeling it with the sunrise and sun going down, it's settled. Some of them feel the opposite. For some it's coming and going on and off. So all of that is again deterioration of the prana. This word is difficult for me always to pronounce. Okay, I hope you understood. Okay,
Deterioration. No. Yeah.
yeah, deterioration. So the prana means nothing, it's just the vital energy, huh? And we know it's flowing from the head to the feet everywhere, and only because of this pranic energy we are living. Okay, that's the only reason that cell is surviving in the body. So whenever the energy is not able to reach the area properly, it may be also because of lack of sleep. Okay, you sleep for 4 hours or lesser time for 6 months straight, you will start having headache. And you just improve your sleep, it's going to go away. So there are different reasons that are there. Lot of anxiety, lot of stress, so that also leads to headache. So when you, so everything, if I conclude everything, it's all about how you can actually rebalance your system, okay, restore your system. And in the yoga practice, we are not working at the physical level. Understand, this is very deep, huh? We are working, see, as per the yoga ayurveda, there are 5 levels of the human body: physical body level, pranic body level, mind body level, Vijnanamaya and Anandamaya kosh, the intellect and the deeper, the last stage. These two are the subtle ones. I'll skip that. But generally, there are 5 koshas. Okay, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, and Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya. So, if that's the case, we only have this physical level of the body, then how we are breathing? Okay, what is air? How it is impacting the quality of life? We can clearly see it now. It is impacting. If we don't breathe for a minute, we think that we are about to die, and mind is there, like we think, we have thoughts. From where the thoughts are coming, that means there is some subtle aspect which is also working deeply. So it's not only your physical body which is playing the role. This is just the superficial layer which you are seeing. But generally, anything, any disorder which is coming in the body, it's impacting your pranic body first, your mind body first, and then slowly starts to reflect in the physical body. So, if I am having a depression, for example, I'm just giving an example. If I'm having a depression, it's not gonna come in one day. I will build up a thought, I will again build up a thought, and I will continuously building that thought. That leads to the depression. Same way, if your digestive system is not working well, you must have been careless one day, 2 day. Regularly, you were not keeping care of your food timings, your sleeping time, and you're not aware that even if I'm able to uh, excrete properly, like in the right time as well. So all these things matter. And in the yoga, we are learning these all smaller things that matters a lot. So that is the main thing. When we are talking about therapy, should it work like, okay, I'll give you this asana and you will be fine? It's not a tablet. Okay. We are not comparing the yoga therapy with the allopathy. It's not like a tablet, it's a whole lifestyle. And when you're building this lifestyle, you are building the prana in the body, restoring. That may take time, definitely. For some people, it works very fast. For some people, they say, like, Hoi nahi raha, it's not happening at all. I'm not doing the practice. So, patience, regularity, and practicing under the guidance. These are very key factors that should be taken care of when you are doing the yoga practice. So, this is something which is really important. So, when we are practicing, we are not working only at the physical level. I will repeat that because it's very important point. When we talk about pain management, I'm saying we are building the circulation and improving the prana around that area. And when the energy and circulation is fine, anyways, pain is gonna go away. So the only reason why the pain is existing in the body, just because the lack of prana and circulation in that area. Until unless it's not any fracture injury, takes time to heal. But still, that is also because it's broken and the prana is not able to reach there. So this is a very important thing. Any questions? You can ask them, make it a little like two-way.
Yeah, too deep. It's too deep for us early in the morning.
Should I make it lighter?
So I have a question.
Yes, please.
So generally, when you like you're having a yoga class, let's just say, and generally you want to introduce a couple of asanas just for general pain management, how to bring yoga into your life just for general like pain. And it's not something too extensive. It might be something like sciatic nerve or a pull muscle. Like generally, what do you suggest, or how do you introduce yoga to some like a class like that or people like that?
Okay, I will take your example from sciatica itself. Huh?
Oh,
So, as a teacher, you should understand, first of all, that as a teacher, you should understand what is sciatica, where it is going, and when it's compressing, what things happen in the body. Now, give it a general thought. How can the nerve be stretched? Because it is compressed and it is creating the pain. So, think of the very simple stretches that you can give to the people of that particular area. Okay, and these gentle stretches will only help them to ease the pain.
okay.
Okay,
Right.
so yeah,
Okay.
and
So
this will,
I'd also like to add something here.
Okay.
I think knowing so there are multiple types of pain. So sciatica is one pain, but there's also a muscle around the same area, which is the piriformis, which
yeah,
uh,
piriformis.
which also causes a similar kind of pain, which is very similar to this compression of the sciatic nerve. So
Hmm.
it is also important for you as an individual who is suffering with pain to know what can be the cause before you jump onto a remedy, right? So we would always suggest that you should take your test, do your X-ray, do your MRI if you are going through an acute pain to at least understand where is this originating from, and that also helps us. And when we the teachers who do yoga therapy or who understand who work with customers or students who have pain or who want to work with pain, they understand this anatomy very well. They go through a specific training of anatomy, muscles, skeletal system, your spine, and then they can help you much, much better. So it's also not a good thing to just assume that this pain is maybe sciatica just because someone else said that, okay, it starts from the hip and goes down till the heel, right? So similarly, I mean, disc herniation is slightly more sort of, severe, but disc bulge, there can be a sort of misunderstanding uh, of disc bulge and maybe scoliosis, and what it is and what it can do and why the pain or where the pain is coming from. It's important for us to understand. So the more you know about your body and your ailment, the better the yoga therapist or the teachers can really help you. There are some very common ailments, like Sakshi had mentioned in the beginning, which is caused due to lifestyle um, or your postural habits. Those can be relieved through, like she said, uh, stretches or strengthening either of those areas, depending on whether the muscle is weak or the muscle maybe is too flexible and too stretched, right? So, uh, but it does take a little bit of understanding from your side and from the teacher's side to be able to offer those remedies to you.
Yes, thank you, Radha. This is really a very important pointer and the very first thing to do. You're in like do the diagnosis while like write to a doctor, and only then come for the practice, because sometimes a teacher may also suggest you to take the rest. For example, if you have a deep swelling in the knee, definitely we will not ask you to do the practice. We will ask you to take a break, because acute inflammation one should not practice. Let it settle down, and after that you work on the therapy or in your practice. One of the reason why the therapy is not working for some people, if either this is, as I said, we are not working only on the physical body, we are also working on the pranic and mind body. If you're half-heartedly doing the practice, like your mind is saying it's not gonna work, let me do it. So it will not happen. If you have a positive mindset and with a full belief, it's gonna happen. So that positive attitude towards the practice should be there. Irregularity, which is very common reason, because some of us feel in one class it has not shown a little progress, so let me skip it, and they just log off and they go from the practice and never come back. Or if in case they feel that the pain is triggering because of the practice, so that is also one of the reason why they are irregular. But you should allow the teacher to work on you. Okay, you should trust, develop a trust. That is very, very important. Have patience. So patience is very important. So listen, have patience, be regular, talk to the teacher. These are very common, but we ignore them. Lot of times we ignore these pointers. So talk to the teacher, because if teacher is knowing you, then only the teacher will be able to help you. And so these things are also going to matter a lot. Positive mindset, regular practice, it's very important. So make sure you also take this. We have also several other, like very general problems, like for example thyroid, PCOS, PCOD, and yeah, what else? Hernia, we already know. Like, there it's not only the herniated disc, the umbilical hernia is also uh, the one which is being very common. It is also like, I'll tell you, just by over pressurizing yourself when you are doing the excretion, that can happen. So it's a very general thing, but we don't know that we should not apply the pressure. If we know that we should not apply the pressure, then it should not happen. So these things should be taken care. And I would like to take some questions so that we can make it a little more engaging, because I can talk solely, but I really want that what you want to ask and what you want to know with this webinar. Anyone?
I
Well,
mean, it's
Yeah. uh Christian, were you asking something? Bhagaji,
I
yeah,
well,
please go ahead. Yeah, 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 Juanita. Is this your right pronunciation of the name?
one,
Yuvan.
yes, that's good. Thank you. It is
All right.
good. The invitation was saying it was gonna speak just in generals. Like I do get, like if I have I was just using sciatic nerve, like just as it's kind of common here, but just I just was kind of using that as an example. But say to use your example, you teaching on all levels vinyasa class, let's just say, and you have students there that are coming for like arthritis or migraine, to use your example from I was just asking, like, generally, without cueing into any diagnosis or anything, just generally, what what do you suggest to the students as far as stretching and any managing any type of pain? Because one of the things in your invitation is saying is chronic pain reversible, and how can yoga help that? So generally speaking, not specific, just generally, what do you suggest to students? Do you say five, stretch 5 minutes of yoga? Like, what do you suggest? Like,
All
to
right. So you're talking, I'll just reconfirm. So you are asking that if it's a group session and people are practicing in a session and they have the condition like multiple arthritis, sciatica, and other things, then how can we manage this in the group session? Okay. By suggesting
or
people.
or in your life, like what as the instructor, what do you like? you want to introduce them to yoga to help them manage these, common but not severe issues. Like, what do you suggest? Like, what do you
So,
suggest in general? You're not giving
in
a
general,
yeah.
okay. So what I would do is, uh, for example, like two people are having osteoarthritis, two people are having sciatica pain, and three of them are having hypothyroidism. Okay, let the class go as it
Yeah.
is. Now, when it comes to the back pain, any kind of back pain, they should not be following deep forward folds. Ask them to bend the knees, keep it gentle, or skip if the pain is triggering
Right.
in that
Right.
particular asana, because we are not doing everything just in the forward bend.
Right.
Okay, only few postures will be there. Ask them to settle down or just take a break for a while. Arthritis, they can practice everything, I guess, until they are able to, because osteoarthritis is just a degeneration, and your body needs that strength, flexibility to recover, to rebuild.
Mhm.
It's getting weaker just as you age. So you can practice everything, but as per the limitations. Okay,
Mhm.
ask them, do as much as you can. So you can look for like, just read about the conditions, and you should know what alternatives to give them. In the sciatica, you can give a little extra practice of the sciatica nerve stretch. They will be happy after the session. They will get the motivation that yes, yoga helped and I can come back for the next class.
Okay.
So yeah, you should know your students first thing, that what like who is having what issue, and according to that, just mold a session here and there, so that they are also getting a relief. Everyone is getting a little help, and so they are getting motivated for the next session to come. And gradually, if you are giving the session in a way, they are definitely going to be regular, and they will believe that yoga helps, because it does help. Now, if I talk about the chronic pain, can it be reversible or no? It depends. You can't promise to everyone ki it will happen. Okay, but somewhere, that if you give the right practice, they can manage it wonderfully in a way that they will not even feel the pain for years, if they are doing the right practice. So uh, I would not say that the chronic pain get reversible 100% in every case. Depends on case to case. Okay, how severe it is, and what was the reason of it has happened. But you can really manage it very beautifully with the right practice. And yeah, right practice, that's the very important point. And sometimes, because students, they do love to do it in the group energy, they overdo the practice. So you as a teacher, we are the ones who should be taking care and giving them the nudge. Do not overdo anything. Overdoing is the one of very important reason why the pain gets worse. Okay, when you're overdoing anything, or I just want to do it, why I am not able to do it, let me put a little extra efforts. So again, it comes to the mind practice. Only do it in the presence of mind. Like, ask them, your body, your mind will tell you how much to do. Listen to that. It's like they will themselves get to know that what are their limitations and capacities. Okay, so you are knowing your students. Okay, if a person is having x issue, what they should not be doing or what they should be doing. So you ask them what not to do, give them one or two practice so that they feel that comfort and easiness in the body or that particular area. So one thing you have done already by giving them contraindication. Second thing, you have given a good practice which made them like happy after the session. Okay. Yeah, is that fine?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I hope I was able to answer your question. Angela, you were saying something, I guess. Angela, you were there? All right. Okay. So I just want to add one thing also. Don't we think diseases are friends? If they don't come in the body, we don't get to know what is happening inside. So we should always keep a positive attitude towards this thing. And there's a quote from Swami Satyanand. I couldn't remember it properly, so I just have written it. In order to merge, like in order to emerge out of the mass hypnosis and the collective hysteria, that the diseases and the illness will come in the body by the age. So because this is also we are setting in mind, it will come. So one should come out of it, that it's not our fate and destiny. And to experience the health, joy, and the fullness in the life, it's all our right. By doing a regular and systematic application of yoga in the lifestyle, we can achieve it. Okay, that's a very beautiful saying which I love. So this is our right to have a healthy body. And we all know health is ever changing. The word health is not something which is permanent. Every second your energy is going out, and every second you have to build in. So your health is ever changing, it's always changing. And what you are doing to maintain your health? You're just working, you're just ignoring, and we are just giving priorities to the things which we feel it's important to us, but eventually only our body is important to us, and we get to know it once we have the illness, we have the painings, and we need to go to the doctor. So make sure that we don't even get this time. Okay, I have to go to the doctor if we are taking care of ourselves. And in the yoga, we always learn this. Your body is a temple. What you build here, it's gonna grow inside you. And it's not only therapy basis I'm talking about. Yoga is something which expands the consciousness and awareness within us, which is not possible by any other practice. Any other practice in the world you go and search, you will not find. Only yoga is the one which can build. And when you are aware, you will get to know everything, the reasons, what you are doing wrong, and you will make some efforts to make the changes. Otherwise, we just always ignore. So, value your body, and because only it's going to help you.
Thank you.
Arad-
Thank you. Deepti.
Yeah,
Thank
you want to add on something?
Beautiful quote, really. Yeah, so I just, I just want to say that at Shvasa, I don't know how many of you have already sort of registered and checked the uh, website. There are many, many sessions that you can come on to try out, practice, many teachers. Uh, and for those of you, if there is anything that you would like to share with us personally, or sort of tell us maybe if there's a chronic pain, or if you do not like to practice in a group session, there are also private classes that can be arranged with teachers that can really help you with a certain condition. So I am just mentioning this so that um, you can reach out to our sales and customer service folks for the right class or the service that will help you. I'm still here for another 10 minutes in case anyone wants to share anything. And personally, I have also been through a lot of back issues in my life for the last almost 4 to 5 years. Um, but the only, and it comes back. I'm not saying that I've been able to cure it, but the only thing that has helped me manage it and even be able to do some really challenging asanas, because I'm a very enthusiastic practitioner. And like Sakshi said, I can overdo things. But I have learned to recede and take rest when I cannot do it. But slowly building strength to even do my standing chakrasan, for example, or my full Nataraj. I've recently achieved these only because I have learned, and these because of pain, it was very difficult for me even mentally to bend back. I would feel very scared that, oh, I would break my back maybe. But slowly, when the strength is building, it's building not just in the body but also in the mind. And one day it just happened. But now again, I know that I can't overdo it. I don't have to do it. Maybe it's not supposed to be in my practice, but at least I'm happy that I have achieved it. So that's another aspect, that you are aware when to rest and when to go ahead and practice and when to do something. So yeah, I mean, I would encourage everyone who's joined, to start your journey as soon as possible. And we are here to help guide, help you with the right practice. So please come forward and share if there's anything that we can help with, or our customer service numbers, etc., are all on the website. You can also reach out to our counselors there. Anyone wants to share, wants to tell us anything? We are here for another 5 minutes. And
Yes,
then
please.
Thank you. It's pretty insightful for somebody who is starting new. So I guess I will attend some of these beginner classes and go from there. So the
Yeah.
key takeaway for me is to let the teacher know what issues I have, so that way they're aware if I am pushing, if I am not pushing. Either way, what probably are my goals.
absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hello,
Hi, Christina.
can you hear me?
Yes, you're
Okay.
audible.
So I've been doing yoga since about 2016. I received my teacher training in 2022 because I pursued it because of how much yoga changed my life. I suffer from fibromyalgia. I've pretty much been debilitated with it. I started doing yoga lightly in 2016, 2017, and then in 2018, I took it a lot more seriously, and like literally can pretty much at times put my fibromyalgia into remission.
Wow.
So it does it and it's just it is like my husband was the one who was practicing first, and a person can be stubborn and think that you can't do the things because initially you can't do a lot of the poses, and you can't you think that you're not up to par to doing them. And it's crazy because after a couple years I was doing stuff like when I started doing yoga, I would do it for about 30 minutes and I would be like, how do people do yoga for an hour and a half? They're nuts. And I can do yoga for an hour and a half. And it just it for chronic pain, like I don't know if anybody knows a lot about fibromyalgia, but it can pretty much put you in a wheelchair. And
Yeah.
so to be able to do all the different poses, the sun salutations, like I've done 100 sun salutations in a row. And it's just amazing. If you just start with the little baby steps, you can actually get yourself up to where you never thought that you would be. But not just that, it's don't be hard on yourself when you can't do the other things, because it's just maybe not your thing. It's yeah. But yeah, no, yoga has definitely changed chronic pain for me. Like I don't take medications, none. I take vitamins and yoga and meditate.
So wonderful, wonderful journey, Christina. And yeah, it really, really helps. And you have been a pretty good example for all of us as well. And as the practice progresses, we can reduce the medications under the doctor guidance. And eventually, it may also come that you don't need them at all. Like Christina, you're not taking them at all now. So that's really nice and great insight. And as the one pointer which I loved you told was taking baby steps. Start with as simple as you can. As simple as you can, you will definitely gonna grow up in the coming days,
This
coming months. So baby steps. It's a wonderful pointer.
Yeah, this is amazing because I just Googled when Christina said fibromyalgia. I didn't know what it is. And the AI chatbot says fibromyalgia is not curable, but medications and lifestyle changes can manage symptoms. And here, Christina, it is cured, right? I mean, this is amazing. So thank you for bringing it up. It gives
Yeah,
us
thank you.
confidence for, all the newbies.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Krishna, for sharing this. Are you practicing with us also?
So I will not lie, kind of the last year was really hard on me. I went really through 2020, 2021, and even 2022 pretty good. I think everything caught up in 2023. So I am now just getting back into my regular practices again. And because I slacked off, I went back into the hurting mode again, right? My body was hurting and I had to again humble myself and go back to starting easy and simple. Yeah.
Right.
So, but I am checking your guys' stuff out. Yes.
But we'll connect with you if that's okay for understanding your practice and your story a little more, if that's all right with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sakshi. Thank you, Aradhna. Appreciate it.
Thank
You have a
you.
wonderful
Thank
day.
you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
We'll close now. Sakshi, you can do one Om chant and we will
Yeah,
close.
sure. Let us keep the spine erect. Hands in front of the heart center. Namaskara mudra. All the 5 fingers and palms together. Gently close your eyes. We are finishing with one Om and 3 Shanti. Breathe in. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Very gently place the palms on top of your eyes. Open your eyes, gazing at your hands with a beautiful smile. And again, thank you so much, everyone, for having us here with you.
Yes.
Thank
Namaste.
you.
Namaste.
Have a great
Namaste,
Namaste.
weekend
everyone.
ahead.